I don't swallow balls.
All right, guys. First episode. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Right in the mic. Fuck yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
buddy. That's the way to start a podcast.
Here we go.
All right. So, first Modern Rebels podcast brought to you by Guns N' Oil Brewery out of Austin, Texas. This is going to be the first beer that we try off of the first episode. It's going to be fun stuff.
That's
so,
fucking delicious. Can we cuss on this show?
yeah, fuck yeah.
dude.
All right.
Shit,
Okay,
man.
so we got-
Fuck yeah. Cheers, everybody.
We got October Roar in the house. October Roar.
Oh, gotcha.
Roar. Rar. October Roar in the house. Just fucking,
Used to be a W in that roar.
yeah, dude. Back in.
Yeah, you have to tell that story about how you forgot
Oh, dude.
about October. Or sorry, we have to start it off.
I mean, nah, yeah.
Or we could start it off
Oh,
with
we
the
can
other
talk about
story
whatever.
that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, that story.
What story?
Why I have to put plastic on beds now.
I told you. We're gonna spread that out throughout the whole podcast. By
Come on,
the way,
man.
You can't edit that
I
shit
can't
out.
have whiskey.
You want to know that? You hold on. And that night it wasn't even whiskey; it was
was it?
tequila.
I can't have liquor. is the point, dude? I can't have liquor. It's
They
just
can
not-
drink
I'm the same way.
anybody
I
under
can't
the
do that. I can't do
table.
liquor,
man.
man.
It's
Hard
not good
liquor.
for me.
Like 4 times since I heard it now. So.
No, I mean it was bad. It wasn't the first time. It won't be the last time. Yeah, it's whatever.
Guys.
All right. Okay.
It was one of those. I'll never do it again, and then here we
yeah.
are, fucking drinking.
Yeah,
again.
no. This morning was one of those. So we stayed up all night watching your show. You guys had a gig last night, so we're out there at Fitzgerald's here in San Antonio. We watched you guys play, and then we stayed there till 3 a.m. Which they stopped serving beers at 11, which is fucking dumb because it's like, why would you do that? You know, if like everywhere else is selling beers till 2. This is like weird COVID rules that are in different areas. It's like out in Houston, they're not doing that at all. So it's just for whatever reason, like down here and then like down in the valley, like the last bar that I went to where I played at some acoustic thing, they had cops outside. They had 2 or 3 cops that were just standing by the door.
Like taking temperatures, like anally or something.
No, man. Yeah, with their fingers.
Wait before you enter. Turn around.
No, man. And so I walked in. I was playing. I didn't have my mask on, and I start walking in, and the guy's like, he's like, "Hey, man, you need your mask, sir. Sir, you need a mask." And I was like, "Dude, my mask is inside. I'm just grabbing like a cable."
Chief.
He was just like, "All right, chief." And he's like, "All right,
Okay, chief.
don't let me catch you without a mask again." I was like, "Fuck, what, dude?"
It's like I'm singing,
What
bro.
is
I can't
this
sing
shit?
with a mask on.
Yeah, but I mean, I left it
This is
inside,
shit.
and I had been there since like 4 o'clock, just setting shit up. By this time, it was already 6:30. And I was about to get on stage or about to start the set, and I was like, "Man, this is fucking crazy, dude! Like, they don't have these rules like we're out in Houston or like Dallas. So you start going further north. I went hunting like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and
You
we
hunt?
walked. Yeah, we
What
went.
do you hunt?
Deer, hogs. I would like to do like elk and stuff, but we went out and did deer and stuff like that. People. Yeah. No, we went out.
It's so metal.
We were out in like North Texas area, and there was nobody with a mask on. Like at the stores, nobody had anything on. I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like, I guess that's
Sucks,
what it
man.
is."
The deer were wearing masks.
And that's because usually we're
The deer were just like, "The fuck are you guys doing?"
the deer were wearing outfit. What the fuck?
Don't put a secret on.
They have masks on their horns too.
Run away from this fucking human. He doesn't have a fucking mask.
Yeah. So we stayed up late last night.
I didn't.
Jamming and doing. Yeah, you went to bed early.
'Cause I'm a dad now, dude.
Yeah. Todd is recently a dad. So is it not working? There you go.
Poor baby.
You have to be right like that. Does
Yeah.
that sound better?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I have to like tilt my head up, dude.
Yeah.
Neck hurts already. So I'll just do it like this. All right. So October Roar, right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me ask you: did you guys have fun at our show last night?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
no,
good.
it was
It was
cool.
the first time. It was our first show since September. Our first show since September. That's fucking crazy. This damn COVID thing like messed up everything.
September
for
of this
us.
year, though?
Yeah.
September of this year.
Dude, I haven't played since last
And
December.
then the time before
Ooh,
that
I
was
swear.
in June. The last time we played before September was in fucking June at
That's
Fitzgerald's.
fucking
That was
crazy,
the last
man.
time we played. So we have normally by this time of the year we're like at our 100th and something show of the year, and this time around we're like, fuck, we can count them in one hand how many times
Yeah.
we played
Yeah,
this
it's
year.
real depressing.
But it's
So-
good, man. You guys had a good turnout. You had a lot of like people out there. You had a lot of family out there, right? Last
Thank
night.
God, yeah, I had some
That's
family
cool.
come over from. They live in Dallas, I believe. They
Oh,
live in
damn.
Dallas.
Oh, really? They made the
Yeah.
drive for this, or
made
they
the-
were already
well,
in
they
town?
They were going to be in town for some other thing, but they made it for the show. But they're
You weren't
driving-
even the priority.
They're driving to Austin just to go support, so that's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
that's cool.
Oh, so they're gonna be there
Yeah.
tomorrow night also.
Tomorrow they're gonna
What
be
time
in
are you guys
Austin.
playing tomorrow night?
It's gonna be an early show, 6.
We play at 6?
6:45.
Oh, damn.
I'm not
That
sure
is
when
early.
this is gonna be out, but if they're watching, people are watching out there and they see this, then go out and catch you guys 7:00 something.
Oh.
Austin,
That come and take it, right?
live.
Yeah, come and take it
I
live.
fucking love that venue, man.
That would be
Sound is great.
December the 20th.
Yeah.
Sunday.
This Sunday,
December the
yeah,
20th.
December the 20th. So this is, what are we today?
The 19th.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow's the 20th. You subtract 1, that's 19.
Yeah, 18 or something like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Blowing minds here.
And what-
The number of beers you had last night
Oh,
plus
dude,
plus 10
minus 1 divided by 2 times 20.
dude.
divided by 1.
So, dude, so you guys just got on a record label. What's the name of the label again?
Kingside Records.
Kingside. Oh yeah, you're wearing the shirt.
Shit.
So how did that work
Shout
out?
out
How
to Gabe.
what's up with that?
I just picked
Tell
it
me
out
about that stuff.
and
No, not the
put it on.
Jesus, dude. It's very becoming of you, that shirt.
He's like, I wash it on the low cycle.
Tumble
You
dry
only use
low.
Downy.
Fade.
Yep. No, I throw it in with a couple towels so that way it's the only thing in the dryer. So
I think the way to answer your question is Sean saw, I think Cauterize was the first.
no, Covina.
Covina,
Covina.
there you go. Covina
From San
was the-
Antonio
was
also.
the first band from San Antonio to sign, and we saw that they were looking for bands, so we submitted our stuff to Kingside, and they liked our stuff, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
And they saw you guys at that Cold Cock Fest, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
Came down to see.
Yeah.
to see
There's that big
Covina
porn
and-
festival, right? That
Yeah, yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of
Where
dudes
nothing
everywhere.
happens.
Just a whole bunch of dudes.
It's just
standing around.
cold.
It's like your fucking cocks are cold, man.
Yeah.
The wrong gig.
Cold
to go
day.
to.
I was in the pool. That's cool, man. So how long have you guys been on that?
Yeah,
1
yeah.
year right now.
1 year already?
Yeah, we signed in December. That's right.
Mhm.
In December?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
Do you
thought it was
guys?
October.
So do you guys have like a an album contract, or how does that work with them? Not like to get into the details if you
it's
don't
more
want to.
of
but-
it's more of a distribution
Yeah.
deal.
Just,
Oh, I got
So
you.
we have a 2-album distribution deal. We have to do 2 albums within 1 a year, and what they do is just spread it out. So right now, I think we have albums in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, Nerds
Oh,
Nerds
shit.
Records. We have some in London. We have some Mexico,
Mhm.
and so yeah, it's just all over the world.
That's cool, dude. So this is the first like official like full length album. How many songs?
This is the second official.
The second official.
Well, the first official with Kingside. Yeah,
Yeah.
We did one independently, which is
2018.
2018.
self-titled. Self-titled October Roar, and then so this one is called Born to Struggle with Kingside. So this is
Okay.
our first record with Kingside.
Badass, dude. I fucking love you guys. Like I've told you before.
Oh,
I don't know what it is. Well, because like so I met you. So so I met you when you were playing with Kennedy Curse, I think, and this was
Meth Mare,
like. No, but I don't. But I never saw Meth.
You
Mare.
never saw Meth
I
Mare?
never saw Meth Mare
Oh, wow.
because I miss
Okay.
like those old days, like back at the old venues and shit back
Man.
at home.
I thought we went back that far.
No. I mean, I don't remember, but I don't think I ever saw them. I heard of you guys like Jericho Machine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Never saw those bands because I
Don't
was like,
mention that name again.
I I just couldn't like. I mean, how old are you?
25.
Old enough, baby girl.
Old enough to
Wait,
party.
wait a minute. Who's asking?
Are you asking?
No,
is it that kind of a podcast?
Yeah, I'd like for you to have a seat over here.
Well,
what? He's cracking up so bad. Well, dude, because so I mean, because I'm younger than you, so I didn't get to like be at those venues all the time. Because and that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if I was like 17 or 18 or whatever.
I'm in my 30s.
Okay, yeah. So I'm probably like maybe 3 or something behind you, something like that. But
3 inches.
Yeah.
We talking inches now?
Yeah, I put up cameras in the shower earlier.
yeah, we saw that.
Like, damn.
You're like seeing like an eyeball through a peephole. What's that? It just closes. What was that?
Is that what I hit when I put my head? God damn my eye! Sorry, dude. Off topic. All right.
No, yeah. That's going to happen a lot.
We go on a tangent.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I remember seeing you play back at like, was it...
Simon? Hop Shop. That's the only 2 places.
No,
Kennedy
dude. No. You guys at that lounge place. What the... Cypress Lounge.
Oh, yeah. Cypress.
That's
Toucan
where
Lounge.
I think that's the first time I saw you, because either I went to just hang out or like Never Buried was playing a show, and I saw you guys playing, and...
That was me coming out of retirement.
Yeah, that's
like
the
literally,
thing.
like Meth Mare had, my old band had pretty much disbanded. Like, we didn't really break up. It was just like people just got too busy to do anything. And
yeah,
our singer owned at the time 2 businesses, and he throws one of the biggest Comic Cons in the Valley, which is Comic Con, South Texas Comic Con.
Ramsey.
Yeah, my buddy Ramsey Ramirez.
Yeah.
So he does the biggest Comic Con in the Valley, like by far. And so
Bitch,
he was busy with that.
phone.
Hey, bud, take your phone.
God damn it.
God, Jesus Christ.
Might as well put the ringer on.
God damn.
Dude.
Killing the mood.
So anyways.
He's like, that wasn't my phone.
So
It was also in between my legs.
Who's got the remote?
Who's got the...
Throughout the whole interview, that'd be fucking hilarious.
He's twitching. It's like beard's getting shorter, his hair's getting longer.
God damn. It just...
All right.
So anyways, that was me coming out of retirement. I hadn't played in maybe 2 years after the whole Methmer thing, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to start my own band. And I love punk, so I was like, I'm going to get 2 of my good best friends and see what we can do. So I had some songs that I had written, and I played one for you last night.
Yeah.
Which was funny. That was
What are those words again?
I don't have a guitar, but yeah,
We'll worry about that.
we got kicked out of a bar for that song. At one
Yeah.
point. So,
No,
but
I heard
anyways,
it. It's fucking hilarious. I love it. But yeah, dude. So I remember you being at Cypress Lounge. I think that was like the first time I met you, because that was the first time that I started hanging out with, or like being associated with like the Rock Angels group back in the day and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so they were kind of like this whole clique together, with all those dudes like Stillborn and all those guys. And you were like just hanging out with them.
Coy.
Yeah, you were hanging out. You were playing in a band, hanging out. Like it was, I think like Ernie or somebody was in your band or something like that.
Ernie was.
He was playing bass, wasn't he?
Ernie was the
Or-
original bassist.
Wait.
No.
You were drumming for Kennedy Chris. You were singing,
I was singing and playing guitar.
but didn't you?
He's very
I
talented.
remember seeing. Yeah, and so a lot of people don't know that, but you're a fucking kick-ass drummer too, man.
I used to be.
Well,
I used to be an okay drummer.
He's being modest.
No, I used to be.
no.
An
Do you
okay
remember,
Dude, we used to play together in a cover band. You would have to teach me some parts.
No, you're good, dude. Do you remember auditioning for Never Buried?
drummer. I do. It was at Coy's place.
Yeah, you remember that shit?
Yeah, I do.
And
remember.
I don't remember what happened. I think like
I hadn't played drums in fucking like 2 years, and I was
And y'all were like, he's
fuck it.
trash.
Somebody asked me. You asked me. Right?
Yeah, I asked
asked
you. Somebody was like, "You have to ask Adrian." I was like, "I thought he was this guitar player." He's like, "No, dude, he's fucking great at drums." So I called you, and you're like, "Yeah, sure." And you showed up, and we started like jamming, and it worked out. But I think something happened where like our bass player quit like again at the time, which I still play with.
You guys broke up again.
Yeah, it's something. So I had to like
Who's
put it on
that, Wade?
hiatus, and this dude, you know, you call me, you're like, or text me, you're like, so what happened? And I was like, dude, we're just trying to fucking figure shit out. It's so stupid. And then everything got back together, and you're like, well, I'm busy now, and then so I had to find somebody
Well,
else.
I think at that point I had already joined these guys.
Yeah.
October Roar, and then so I was trying to do the whole Kennedy Curse October Roar thing, but like Kennedy Curse was just like a fun thing. So it wasn't like a priority thing like to the other guys.
Were you guys doing
It wasn't even
covers?
for me. No, we just
It was-
did
it
originals.
was all original
all
stuff?
originals. Yeah, it's tough writing songs, man. I don't know how we do it. I don't know how you guys
Oh, it's
write guitar parts. I'm not a guitarist by trade, so it was hard to write songs.
That's
Like,
what I was gonna ask you. Do
my
you
songs
write like
suck.
all the lyrics and stuff?
lyrics for this band? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you pull like inspiration from when it comes to like lyric stuff?
My tape.
Really? Yeah.
I just pull it out of my ass. I don't know.
I seen it.
So like, is there? So for me, depending on what I'm trying to get, or like the genre or whatever. There are several, maybe like 5 to 10 people that I kind of like will draw from. It, like
Pull a
inspirational
Taylor
wise,
Swift.
I don't I don't like steal from anybody. I just like draw the like inspirations from certain people.
that's what I do. Yeah.
So like, what would be your top 5 that you would be like, man, these 4 or 5 dudes, like I've always kind of find myself going back to their like writing style.
Enya's one of them.
And
Enya, you don't know who Enya is?
no.
It was like that soothing track.
Yeah.
It sounds like one of those bad jokes. He's like, Enya, you know Enya, we're like Enya,
Yeah, I'm waiting for the punchline.
In your mouth.
Enya.
Like Enya in your
They're like,
ass.
and
You love Enya. You love Enya, dude.
I do. I love Enya.
You like when I'm in ya.
God damn.
Oh, dude.
I can't believe. Is that a real band for real?
yeah, you don't know who Enya is?
He's still trying to. Who is Enya? I'm
Enya,
gonna
we
be Enya.
apologize. We've just never heard of you. We do apologize.
Like they're gonna watch this podcast. Like, oh yeah, October Roar fucking mentioned Enya.
Comes
I'm
out
a-
on loud.
I'm a big
Wired.
'90s kid, dude.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
a big '90s kid. I grew up in the '90s. Well, so like Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Alice in Chains,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
those '90s songs, Pearl Jam and stuff like that. But honestly, I do. I've heard Taylor Swift say this shit, and I do the same. Like, I just put myself in I pick a character, like fucking whatever,
Yeah.
a murderer. I'm a fucking. I think I'm writing the next on the next song, on the next song, next album. We're actually writing a song, and I'm writing a song about a stalker. So like, you know, I just pick
Yeah,
a
yeah.
character like. Somebody
So
that
it's like- so it's
broke
like-
up, breakup songs.
So it's like you're acting in a movie, and like, and
Exactly.
you have to. And I do that too, man. That's so fucking
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't know. I thought not that I was the only one, but I just thought like this is fucking weird that I kind of put myself in that vibe because I have to be that guy.
Yeah, you
But
can't be
because
the
you're
same
not.
person,
Well, you're
like,
not
you know what I
always
mean, like-
sad, and you're not always happy. And so when
Exactly.
you're sitting down, you're having to write a sad song, but a bunch of cool shit is happening around you. You're just like, I'm not really sad, but I have to be that guy at this
Yeah.
part, point in time. It's fucking hard, dude.
Yeah,
It's not easy.
So he actually told me a concept that he has for a song for his next album,
Uh-huh.
and he was telling me about it last night.
Wait, you can't just say that. You have to introduce what band are you in?
Oh, I
'Cause
mean,
for those podcasts,
it's just Chris Castro and the Drop Dead Frets.
oh nice.
So yeah, I mean,
could
I
drop
did
that in there, dude.
yeah,
Come on,
I
it's your
mean,
podcast.
I did metal for years, and I miss it, and I love it. I mean, I've been a metalhead since I was a kid, but I've always loved like rap and rock. Like when I first started writing lyrics when I was in like junior high, it was rap lyrics. I was just trying to like imitate Eminem and like
Also,
and, like,
he was also cleaning out his closet.
yeah. All the time. And I was like imitating Eminem and like Tupac and like Snoop Dogg is like my favorites at the time, like Ice Cube, like the guys that are huge now, but like this is back in 2004 3 or some shit.
Man.
And it's like one of those, yeah.
You just made me feel fucking old.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
man,
it was
all
one
of
of
us
those,
feel
like,
old.
that's my first attempt at writing lyrics. So
Well, I mean, you are old.
my musical aspect is just kind of wide with that stuff, you know, just like you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck it, I'll just do a country album too, because I want to.
Because why not?
Yeah, because I wanted to. Like, my dad passed, and it was like he loved country, and so it was kind of one of those, like, well, here's for you, like
an ode? Like ode?
Yeah, like he never got to hear me play this shit, so I did that. And then it's like people are like, "Oh, I like it." I was like, "Fuck!" And I didn't want you to like. I wanted it to. I kind of like masochistically wanted it to fail, you know, just so it hurt. And I'm like, fuck it. Well, at least I got over it, and I'll never do it again. But now it's people are just like, man, it's pretty cool, man. You should do another one. I'm like,
Honestly,
fuck, I gotta do another one.
no doing this, but you're honestly, I think you're one of the fucking best vocalists
Thanks, dude.
that I've heard.
Thank you.
know what I mean?
I give this guy
I love your
compliments.
fucking vocals, man.
I give this guy compliments so many times, and he's like,
Eh.
Well, I mean, because we're all hard
That-
on ourselves as musicians.
but
like, you know,
your Chris Stapleton fucking cover that you do, I don't know what it is, which one it is, but
Tennessee
you did
Whiskey.
You did it with Sam once.
oh yeah,
sitting in the
either
kitchen
either
or
way, that song is
oh
yeah.
my
that
god,
one.
dude! I was like, god damn, that sounds so fucking good.
You know what's crazy with that song? That song is actually a cover from a girl. Her name is Leanne Womack, and she wrote that song about like some like lost love affairs breakup that she had. And so like Stapleton heard it and was like, I'm gonna re-record that, and so he did it. So like that is not even one of his original songs. That's a song from this other
cover.
chick. Yeah, so it's a cover
So
of a
you
cover
did-
of a cover kind of shit. Yeah, and so is Tennessee Whiskey. Tennessee Whiskey was written by a dude named Dean Dillon back in like the 80s, and he sold that song to George Jones and like some other people. And George Jones, I think, I could be wrong. Pull that up, Jamie.
fuck up.
Pull that up, Katie.
Hang on. So
That's off for the podcast queen.
Yeah.
I mean,
hang on. So Jenny's gonna edit this. Babe, put that in there. You know when you edit it in. Go ahead.
So the song was written by a super famous country singer. His name is Dean Dillon, and he wrote a lot, almost all of George Strait's hits. Like, he got introduced to George Strait when George Strait was coming up. So he wrote The Chair, he wrote Amarillo by Morning, he wrote Marina Del Rey, he wrote fucking Ocean from Property in Arizona, like all those songs. Like, he's like a hit song writer. He's been doing it since like the late 70s. So he wrote Tennessee Whiskey and sold it to like George Jones, and George Jones recorded it for the first time, and it's very like, you're as smooth
just like straight
as
up.
Tennessee Whiskey. Like, it's very like,
No.
It's got that twang on it.
it's it's very country. And so like Stapleton picked it up and was, you know, heard this progression from like, there's this old song from like the 50s and he kind of 60s, and he took that progression from this like black female singer, I can't remember her name, and so he put them both together and was like, fuck it, this is it. And now it's
That's
like,
what I wanna do.
and Dean Dillon is like, dude, that song died like 20 years ago.
That's
and
what I wanna
all of
do.
a sudden he goes,
Exactly what I want.
he goes, I got this paycheck in the mail, and it was like this big ass amount of money, and it said my name and it said my song, Tennessee Whiskey. And he was like, who the fuck is Chris Stapleton? And so he went and looked, and he was like, oh shit, the guy's at the Grammys. Like,
Damn.
he had no idea, dude. Like, this guy re-recorded a song. I mean, because nobody's calling you, can I
Yeah.
use your song? Like, your
It's
managers are
got
just...
there's a statute, like you can use it after 15 years, I think. Without
really?
having a
Yeah.
There's a limitation. After 15 years or something like that, you can cover.
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
can
but-
you can
yeah,
rewrite the Star Spangled Banner and record it. Nobody's gonna
But
be
you
like,
would
Yeah.
you would still have to pay him the royalties.
no.
for writing it?
Well, I don't know where the like the
Maybe.
like legalities of that
Yeah.
shit is, but I know after a certain amount of time it becomes public domain.
Yeah.
So these songs just they don't belong to anybody. That guy's been long gone for 20, 30 years, 50 years or whatever, you know, and it's just like you can just use it.
That's what I was telling
Michael
these guys I
Jackson,
wanna
like
do,
Prince, are kind of exceptions of that shit, you know. But
I want to do that. Like, I want to take some fucking song that died like years ago and just bring it back, like bring a new life to it.
yeah, that'd be
Just
super cool.
Something like, I don't know, fucking like a country song and make it punk, but like people look it up. It's like, oh shit, original.
Yeah, I've been thinking about
song.
Like
Yeah.
a phone,
Like the other
like
day-
a Sum 41 song or something.
Yeah, like the other day I was
So am I still waiting?
not not that old, fucker. I mean,
So like Depeche Mode. That'd be kind of cool though.
You want to go? Maybe
I lost
Rick
track.
Astley,
I
Rick
lost
roll
track.
everybody
I don't
again.
know where I was going.
If you cover and change "Never Gonna Give You Up" to make it like metal and heavy, dude, I think that'd be.
I bet it's already been done.
Dude. So actually, I saw a video on YouTube the other day. You know how you fucking do the you search one thing and then you
You go down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
You're like, goddamn.
Mom, I don't
Go to
watch porn. So
What's that?
what? Shut the fuck up,
Mom. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
No, so actually, the Foo Fighters. I was watching. It was a live video of Foo Fighters just because I was having to like learn songs
I
and
love
shit.
Foo Fighters.
And so Dave Grohl's like, "We're about to call somebody out. One of the best fucking people in the world, best songwriter." Da, 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 da. He's like, Rick Astley. And like Rick Astley comes out on stage, dude, and they fucking rock the shit out of that song.
They did it.
They did it, and it
there a
was
YouTube
fucking
video of that?
yeah,
Funny,
dude.
'cause
It's on YouTube.
On the way up here, we were talking about Dave Grohl did a documentary on Sound City Studios.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh my
documentary.
god, dude!
So good.
I was playing a whole bunch of songs. I was like, dude, he played with fucking the fucking what's his name, Paul McCartney, Stevie Nicks, freaking
Yeah.
Trent Reznor.
Yeah,
like he
dude.
did all these songs on this.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah,
on that Neve console that he has, and it's and he
Paul
fucking
yeah,
McCartney.
he did on this
Paul,
like
Paul
on this
McCartney.
freaking vintage board.
You mean
Yeah.
you mean Billy Shears?
Billy Shears, Billy Queers, Rick Springfield. That was a cool song. I like that song.
dude. Yeah, and then they did that Sound City soundtrack, the whole album.
Yeah,
with
the
all
whole-
these
yeah,
like
the whole album
like
is-
the dudes
is-
from Cheap Trick and like Corey Taylor and like the
Yeah,
Beatles, like
Corey
every
Taylor
like yeah,
comes
Paul
out in
McCartney
it.
was it. Yeah, that's what you were saying right now.
chick from
It's so
Fleetwood
cool, man.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, Stevie
what?
Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, she was on it too. Yeah. Oh, you did say that?
Yeah, fuck me, right? I just said that as well.
Stevie Nicks? You mean Stevie Nicks, right?
What do you need me for?
I was about to go too. Actually, dude, I need to take a piss break. So you guys keep it going.
What does
Hold
that
on,
mean?
real
Quick, there's a bed right over there.
Right.
Right.
Stop
So-
giving this guy whiskey.
you might piss on your bed.
So now that he's gone, I love it.
Comment I made earlier about needing to put plastic now wherever he sleeps.
That story has to come up, dude. I swear.
It will, dude. I mean, you want to start it now before he gets back so he doesn't get that mad?
Nah, not yet.
let's see
We'll
what
save
they're
it for
gonna
later.
We'll say it to his face. Fuck that guy.
I want to see his reaction when we talk about it. He's gonna be all pissed with his pissy face. Guys, doing his number right.
No,
You
hold on.
watch when we bring it up. He's gonna do exactly that.
Well, no, he does the.
The mustache first, and then the beard.
God damn it!
That's what I do.
And then he'll,
Guys. And then he turns pale first, and then he starts getting red, and his ears like turn really red.
and the smoke starts coming out.
It's like, fuck, I hate you guys.
That's why you never invite Chris to your diaper party.
Nobody said that. If you didn't hear that, this is because you end up. What would you say? Because you end up what?
Oh, because then I end up needing a diaper.
I mean, I got plenty that day. We just didn't put any on you. Should have known better.
So they're about the right size too, right, preemie?
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter wasn't a preemie though. She was
No,
just
but you
born
had-
a week early.
Yeah, but you had preemie size, so it's perfect size for this
actually,
guy.
yeah, we did. I don't know why, dude. They fucking gave us preemie, and I'm like, no, my daughter.
You never know, dude. You're a small guy, dude. Maybe they were for you. Who knows?
I mean,
Dude, okay.
She's not
So
complaining.
so how long has October Roar been together, like as a full band?
With me?
I don't want to get into like, oh, fucking, how did you come up with the
With
name?
this
Like, all
current
that
lineup-
bullshit sucks.
Well, fuck this guy and fuck this guy.
We just turned 2 years with our new drummer.
Yeah, because you weren't in the band originally, right? It was
I wasn't the
Todd was
original
telling me.
singer. Yeah. Originally, it was
His name was Ben. We called him
Ben.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, he was a good.
was his last name Dover?
It is now. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool dude. It's just sometimes he couldn't make schedules and like our schedules and all that, so he had to be replaced.
Yeah, he had to go his own way.
Yeah.
The funny, that's actually how we met. We met Adrian at
we met
one of our
Adrian
shows
with our original singer.
With Kennedy Curse.
Yeah.
I played.
I still have that flyer somewhere.
We played a show at the Hop Shop in Harlingen. Shout out to the Hop Shop. We love
Badass
you guys.
venue.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
That's our favorite. That's our home away from home.
dude, I
and
love
we
that place.
We love the Hop Shop.
I
We
love that
playing
fucking
and,
place.
It's a good place.
I've never played
it. So we were playing
You're not cool.
one of our last
guess
shows
not.
as Kennedy Curse, and we're like, this is gonna be our last one. It's like,
Yeah.
And then these guys were playing. I don't know. How did that show even come up?
That was like our comeback show.
That was your comeback.
That
show?
was our comeback
like
show.
Our way out show already.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, these guys are opening for you, and like right off the bat, we were already talking to Bacon. Bacon was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to jam like anymore, and so we were like, all right, so we're Sean and I are there, like, well, we need to start looking for a new singer. There's a moment during that show where this guy's microphone falls on the floor, and instead of like waiting for someone to pick it up or like picking it up himself, he just drops on the floor and starts singing with his face on the ground to the mic.
Yeah.
And Sean was like, all right,
In true Adrian fashion.
yeah, true Adrian fashion. So we're like, you know what? That would be fun.
This is our guy.
That's the guy.
I didn't want him.
Fucking.
That's exactly
I know he didn't want anybody.
Actually, yeah. Last night you fucking like trip over somebody, hit the drum riser, and you're like
I tripped
rolling
over
around.
somebody. I scraped the shit out of my shin, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like crawling on the floor, like
Everyone's like, yeah.
I didn't stop singing. I didn't
even
stop
notice.
singing.
Dude, I think my favorite part is
I
like,
was like, oh fuck. I got up and I was like, shit, my shin.
My knee.
dude, it was hilarious. So how you were on the ground rolling around, and Ivan's just like,
He's like, no, because I didn't see the part where he fell. I was doing something else. But I see him on the ground. I was like, dude, this guy's a god. Like, what a rock star. Dude, that's my front man, dude.
Meanwhile, I'm over here fucking like,
yeah.
fuck, my shin hurt.
Somebody help.
The only way I can describe it is like if you're like if you ever do CrossFit or Muay Thai, and you hit shins all the time.
Yeah, it
You
sucks.
just
Chris
Dude,
hit shins all the time.
I felt like my shin just went through like a cheese grater or something. It's like, but I couldn't.
It's
I
not
couldn't
fun,
show
dude.
my pain on stage. So
my
it was all
fucking my
smiles.
Muay Thai coach, which we'll have on soon, but my Muay Thai coach Mark, I asked him, I was like, dude, how much does it suck when you check a kick and you pick your shin up and you block somebody's shin? I mean, you're fucking turning your hips, throwing a kick full force, and so you
Ask
you
Anderson
don't wanna,
Silva.
I mean, after like 2 or 3 times you get hit in your fucking thigh, it sucks
yeah.
really bad. It's like the worst. I fucking still have this pain from a light kick with fucking shin guards on. Fucking hurts, dude. So I'm like, okay, how bad could it be to check a kick? So we're drinking out here a couple weeks ago.
Ask Anderson Silva.
Oh, dude. Well,
That's the guy that.
there's a
fucking-
theory
oh,
about
God,
that, and I
dude.
talked to him about that
Yeah,
too.
we
But
talked about that.
I'll get there in a second. So he was like, oh, it's not that bad, man. You get used to it. It's whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, it must not hurt. He's like, in the moment, whatever. Well, we're fucking finding this guy's like, oh, show me how to kick, and like Marcus was out here too. So somebody throws me a fucking kick, dude, and I pick my leg up, my right leg, and I block it. I just feel this immediate fucking pain, like
think
this
it was
pins and needles straight down my shin, down my foot, and I still cannot get rid of this. I have this fat knot on the top of my shin. I can't kick bags. I can't kick people with a shin guard on. It fucking sucks. I came back and I was like,
He's like,
hey, bro, so it doesn't hurt, yeah? And it's all good? And I fucking told him this. And I did a podcast with him last weekend. I was like, so it doesn't hurt, right? And he was like, oh, no, I mean, it hurts a lot, but you just get used to it.
Never do that. Never, ever do that.
He was like, well, I
callus
thought you were
after a
asking me
while.
in like fight sense. Like if you're in a fight, you just have to deal with it.
You have
I'm
the
like,
adrenaline,
Well, I just thought you meant
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, dude? And he was like, oh, you shouldn't have done that.
well, dude, like like in the middle of a fight, I don't think you're gonna fucking care because like like Adrian said, the adrenaline's running.
yeah, block
and
and kick, but also he's gonna throw a hand, so you have to. You're up here, down there, like everything's.
Throwing
You're
that-
worried
that
about
kick
stuff.
combo up in the fucking face.
Yeah, But like Anderson Silva, so I was talking to him about this too, and he was saying that there's this theory amongst like some kickboxers and Thai fighters that when you kick up, you have more gravity pushing your leg down. So what he did is that he's a lefty, and so he was trying to throw an inside kick, but what the dude did is that he blocked, And so instead of kicking, like when you kick down. Like you turn your hip and your leg kind of comes down on it. And so what he did is that he was trying to go inside and kick him in the fucking calf, which sucks too, or the back of your thigh, which sucks even more. So he was trying to get an inside kick, and he blocked it. So his leg was going up instead of down because he's a lefty and he's facing a righty. It's like opposite. So he went up, and he's like, every time I've seen a shin break or a foot break or whatever, it's because you're going up. So now you're going up against gravity, so gravity pressure is pushing on you. The fucking guy's leg's pushing on you, and then your power to him. So as soon as he hit him, it's just fucking leg just bloop.
Oh, this is when he fought Weidman, right? Or Weidman?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and he broke his shin. I was watching that fight when it happened.
Oh, yeah, I saw that
So
too.
now that we're on the subject of like fighting and stuff, what do y'all think of the Logan brothers trying to call out McGregor and Mayweather?
Dude, it's just a publicity stunt, man. It's just raising money for them, so to speak.
It's like what's that YouTube guy that fought like during the Mike Tyson and
that's what
that's what you're talking about.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
And his brother Logan. They're
that's
good.
that's the
Well,
Logan.
Logan's gonna fight
I don't follow
Mayweather,
him,
right?
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The thing about it is that those two dudes are good fighters. Like, they've been doing it for a while and they have some kind of training. But it's also one of those things where it's like, well, now you're tiptoeing in this fucking game where these guys are great. Like, they've done this for years and years. And maybe so have you, but they've gotten the spotlight part of it. I feel like once you get into the UFC, it becomes this bigger deal where it's like, you have to get over the screaming fans inside of a caged octagon, you know. And then once you get over that, you're just like, nothing can faze me anymore.
Like,
so I feel like if you put those guys in an octagon, they might be like, fuck, like they might freak out, dude. You know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
like,
know.
I guess you have to. Well, like how you're saying, like you clear everything out. I guess you're in the zone, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude. When you get in the zone, because somebody's trying to punch you in the face, like, you know, somebody's trying to kick you in the head. So it's like, well, these thousands of people that are sitting here, which is not happening right now because of COVID anyways, but, you know, if you take a normal UFC fight, like even a year ago, it's one of those like, yeah, there's all these people that are like, oh, fucking hit him, like hit him in the face. You're like, I'm trying, dude.
Yeah,
what do you think I'm doing up here?
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy, dude. And that's why, like, a lot of fights, when you see them standing and they're just walking around and people are like, this fucking fight's gay, dude. And just hit him in the face. Sorry for using.
Yeah, dude. It's just
sorry for saying
just
that. I'm not saying that I say that. I'm saying people say
yeah,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
They're in their head. They're kind of like, okay, so if I do this, like he'll probably do this. So maybe I need to do this. Nah,
like-
but then he's gonna do
it's
this.
like play- yeah, it's
yeah.
like playing chess.
Well, that's all it is. You know, if I throw a jab at him, and if I throw a jab, but my hand's down, like he's got to think. So a lot of that time, they're just kind of dancing around, waiting. I'm waiting for you to fuck up somehow that I'm used to. I'm used to throwing this kind of jab or kick or whatever, and I'm waiting for you to lower your guard on that end. So I'm gonna fake this way to make you go this way, so that way now your leg's open on this side and I can kick it or whatever. So a lot of that is just them moving around. So, but people don't want to see that because they don't understand it. So they just want to see the, you know, chingazos start. Yeah.
See
They wanna
blood
see
and
the round-
guts.
That's like
round
why I go
three,
to.
like fucking go
That's
at
what-
it. Like
That's why I used to go see the
balls
Killer Bees because I just wanted to see a fight. I didn't actually care about the game.
Killer Bees was a hockey team in
Were
the
they?
Rio Grande Valley.
I was like,
Oh,
shit.
Mighty Ducks. That's
The
I
Mighty
love
Duck Bees.
The Mighty Duck.
Mighty
Yeah.
Duck Bees.
You know what'd be even better, dude? I feel like Dana White or somebody should capitalize on just like street fights, like high school street fights.
Oh yeah, no
Like,
shit, right?
I'll meet you at the cemetery, bro. It should be cemetery fights because that's all it is. It's not. There's no
Well,
skill
that's-
involved.
I think he
It's
tried
just-
because he signed that. What's that guy?
Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo Slice.
Well,
he signed-
yeah, because he was a big dude that could throw hands.
Dude,
But,
he was just a
but
brawler,
he
dude.
but
sucked.
Chuck Liddell too.
He sucked on the in the ring because he had no like formal training.
No,
he
yeah,
was
I
just
don't know.
like a street
He was
fighter.
bad, dude.
Dude, but the
But
thing
he
is,
was-
the
That's,
one of
that's
the
what
worst
UFC
UFC fighters.
originated. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember with like fucking being like 8 years old, going to Top Video. I'm showing my fucking age. I'm sorry. Going to Top Video.
I worked at Top Video. Okay. Yeah.
I used to
so-
rent games
I'm
from
not
Top
that
Video.
So going to Top Video, and we used to rent these VHSs, like fucking, like no cover, no anything. It was just a brown fucking case. You remember those? Fucking brown case. But me and my brother, we used to fucking rent the UFC fights, like like from the very beginning when
UFC
Royce Gracie
1,
was
2.
when Royce Gracie was
there was
like
no weight,
the
no
man.
weight.
There was no weight limit. Yeah,
they had
you get like
their
this
gis on
a
and
skinny
then
dude with like this
dude.
fucking
bare knuckles.
samurai wrestler or whatever. Like it was just like no rules, balls out, fucking street fight. That's
Dude,
the way
like,
it started.
I think like UFC like 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5 are like full are all on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
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 Man, we
So-
used to rent those all the time.
Well,
dude.
back then it was an actual tournament, right? You would have to like climb the ladders.
Well,
you know.
like I mean,
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah,
started.
It was more tournament style. They
Yeah.
had no weight class or anything.
I mean, it all started because it was like, well, between karate and jujitsu and kickboxing
who's
and
the
Muay
best,
Thai, like,
right?
what's the best martial art out there?
Yeah.
And let's see it. And like the Gracies rose through that because they
Oh,
were
yeah,
they were putting them against like these huge guys, and they were getting their ass like fucking handed to them. Like, how is this dude that's like 5'8", 5'9", like beating my ass? Like, I don't understand it. But it's actually it's Royce Gracie.
That's what I said.
You said Royce.
No, he said Royce.
No, you said Royce.
Let's rewind the tape.
That-
Yeah, the ones are in
Yeah,
that
one-
need.
yeah, ones are-
like from the very beginning when
UFC
Royce Gracie
1,
was
2.
Royce Gracie.
Well, I'm just saying because a lot of people don't
Edit
know.
it so
dude.
that way he actually.
Yeah, can you rewind the tape?
Like when people see like the Gracie Baja, schools or whatever in Brazil, they don't pronounce their R's. It's an H sound, and I don't know if it's their accent or the language or whatever. I haven't looked into it,
But it has an R in it, right?
but it has an R in it.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
So-
it's Gracie Barra, but it's Gracie Baja. Like that's just the way they pronounce it. Royce Gracie, Helio, Horian, like they're all with R's, but it's pronounced with a H, which is really weird.
okay.
But that's the way it is.
Sorry, dude.
No, I'm
Thanks-
just saying.
Thanks for the knowledge, man. I love it. Gotta learn.
So
I'm gonna forget this immediately after we leave here.
We're gonna have a barbecue later, right?
we are gonna have a barbecue. I'm super excited for that.
And
What did you get, by the way? What did we pick up?
I got fajitas. I got drumsticks with bacon. We're gonna do some drumstick lollipops.
I didn't look that up, but I'll look it up.
drumstick lollipops. It's
What's
easy
a
to make.
drumstick
Yeah,
lollipop?
It's
like you. Oh yeah. Oh, there you go.
What, a moose knuckle?
Yeah, that too. That comes later. But as far as that comes later. Almost every time.
60% of the time.
that comes
Every
after the
time.
Guns and Oil.
Yeah. Guns and Oil, man. Shout out to Austin.
Makes no sense.
So what is it? What is it
It's-
called?
it's a-
Lollipop?
You make a lollipop out of the bone from the drumstick.
It's a drumstick. Yeah, it's a drumstick with the seasoning and
You
Wrapped in
squish down the shaft.
Yeah, it's literally it's just a drumstick with seasoning wrapped in bacon, and you fucking just put it in the grill, and that's a lot.
It looks like a lollipop.
Oh, I see.
So what you do?
You just push it down.
Yeah, show us on the doll.
Keep going. Keep going.
Well, old coach used to do it with his mouth. So.
That shit spikes so high with that fucking shit, Todd. Don't laugh into the mic, guys.
What you want to do is
I'm sorry.
It's okay to spit on it sometimes.
So that reminds. You're laughing.
Did you just go tee? Yeah, you did, right?
That's why it
Fucking
spikes
did
so high.
You did a tee.
There's a tee filter.
Shut up, man. Shut up, you guys. I'm a man.
Dude,
So
so
got a
I'm
daughter
a
now.
man. Where's my aunt? I'm a man.
this shit's gonna get more ridiculous as the beers keep going.
God damn.
I think
what
the
we
camera
want.
got turned. Turn it a little bit. Like towards you. Right there. There we go. I think that's better.
Well, now it's just all on you, Chris.
Can you see it? This will get
Oh, it
fixed.
doesn't have a picture in the back.
So this is the first official podcast, Modern Rebels podcast. So things are gonna be
Thank
weird.
you so much for having us. by the
Absolutely,
way.
dude.
Thank
Round of
you for
applause.
doing
it. Hell yeah.
Round of dude, I'm
Cheers.
so excited for you guys.
We
Honestly,
haven't cheersed yet.
Look me in the eyes.
I'm like super excited for you guys.
Otherwise, it's 7
doing
years
this,
of
man.
bad sex.
Fucking
My
No
wife
worries.
told me that.
He's a whiskey guy, so
Yeah.
You should have said that, dude. I have whiskey downstairs.
Bring it up.
He has
Jedi.
Tennessee whiskey.
Oh no, I mean,
Is it not like shareable?
well, it was supposed to be for like
special
my
occasions?
wife's family when they came up for Christmas. But
This is pretty fucking special occasion. I don't know.
well, dude, so unfortunately, my parents didn't get to come up after all. But my dad was gonna give us a bottle of bourbon to like christen.
Yeah.
So we probably would have had that here, but unfortunately, they couldn't.
You're gonna christen, aren't you getting?
No, we can get some whiskey for him.
Didn't
Let
you
me-
put some
let me
money
have-
down?
By the way,
on,
because I don't
something
remember.
new?
Let me have Jen bring it up.
But like I've known Adrian forever. I know Ivan and
What do you mix
Ray.
it with, or just like that.
Ray.
Ray,
Yeah.
Coke, dude.
Water. So, what? Oh, Matt.
Matt. Okay,
And then we're missing
because I
who?
don't think I've hung out
We're
with you.
missing
Sean. Yeah.
Sean, he's
Oh, Sean took off.
We
Yeah.
have 4/5 of October.
Yes.
Roar.
4/5.
Sean's
yeah.
a paramedic. He had a big test this morning.
Oh,
so he
shit,
had to
he's a
drive.
paramedic?
He drove
Yeah.
all the way back home to take the test.
Paramedic, EMT, firefighter, dude. That guy's all over the place, man. So much love to our boy Sean, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a shame he can't be here.
Yeah. So who does like the bulk writing? Like what? How does the writing process work for you guys?
Yeah, dude. That's
This guy
That's-
he just writes the drum part, and we write everything around the
Everything to
drums.
him.
Like
I mean that
Are
happens.
you serious?
We walk into the
he's
studio.
the
we're
last
like,
guy. He's like,
I'm telling Jen to bring up the
he
whiskey.
strums a few chords, and we're like, "That's the #1 record."
no, honestly, that's the number one record.
Great record.
Oh, we'll
That's a
put
great
it right
record.
here on the fridge.
He's great. I tell you what. We're gonna put it right on the fridge.
Hey, man,
Hanging right next to the other gold records, you know, just put them all on the wall.
Great record.
don't fuck with Ringo Starr.
All right. So who does like how
How's
does
a
the writing?
left-handed drummer playing right-handed?
It starts with our boy Sean. Sean or Matt. They come up with the riff, and it's. I mean, you've been in bands. You come up with a riff,
Yeah.
and
You just, like, build it.
it sparks. Like, oh, all right, hey, we can do something.
I will hand it to Sean. Sean comes up with the majority of the riffs. The thing is, he has no fear when it comes to writing like parts.
Yeah.
really?
Really? For some reason,
this
I
album
always
that's
thought.
coming out.
I'll come up with melodies and all that other stuff
Testimony
later,
to that.
and I'll as the writing process goes, and I'll fill in whatever gaps need to be filled in. But Sean, he'll just be like, "Hey, I have this thing that I wrote, and it'll sound like a mess at first, but he's like dead set, like, no, we're doing this, like." And then I'll come in and I'll help him clean it up and whatever, and then we wind up making it solid. Then I'll add harmonies or whatever. I'll add like something to it to make it legit.
That flavor.
That flavor, yeah, the flavor. But yeah, that's usually how they do it.
You call that lasagna? My nana would be rolling in her grave.
Dude, shout
Andrew
out to
Schultz.
the great Andrew Schultz. I lost my train of thought.
So yeah, so it starts with them, right? And then it's like he was saying,
so I was
there's
gonna-
no fear in the riffs that we write. So
What I was gonna ask, I remembered because you said that. So how does it work? Because I remember back with like Never Buried stuff. We liked writing in a room together where it's like we could feel the riff and stuff like that. Versus I know some other bands that I'm friends with, and even like famous bands that like to like do it separately. Like I have a riff, I made the whole song, here it is, and then you just guys add your parts, which we did too. But we liked to jam them together and then like riff off of that and like build.
Well, in the perfect situation, we're all in the garage jamming, feeling stuff out, and like making it work.
Kind of like accidents that happen.
Yeah.
Somebody has a riff and it's just like, oh shit, that was cool. What was that? Yeah.
That's how we like doing it. But since all this crap happened, like pretty much this last album was kind of like done in pieces.
yeah,
Yeah, like all my parts for the most part, they weren't finalized until I was sitting in front of my DAW and recording, and I was like, okay, now I'm happy with it.
So do you do that? Are you the guy that
Dog?
like does all the
The recording, like
Yeah.
GarageBand. Yeah.
DAW.
DAW?
I will
DAW?
say there is one song on the album that we kind of wrote, not as a joke, but it was just kind of like, hey, how do we do this? Like what if we played like the super cookie cutter riff?
Yeah.
And like they started playing, and we just kind of kept it going. I just kept playing something on the drums, and we wrote the whole thing maybe like in 5 minutes.
Oh I know.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah, you know what I'm
off
talking
dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
and
quick.
it was like, hey, we could probably keep this.
Yeah, no,
Am I, like, too far
and
away
we
from
Yeah,
did.
you gotta get right up
Oh,
on
okay,
it.
okay.
And we
You
did.
too, I think you need to get right up on it when you talk. Yeah, for sure.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we wrote the song in like
good.
5 minutes, just kind of like,
It follows the standard formula.
yeah, it's like, dude, what if we just play like yeah, exactly what we said, like the standard formula, cookie cutter, and we just play, but it came out sounding really sick,
Yeah.
and then it was like, oh,
Was
what
it
if
the
we, actually, I think It might have been.
The breakdown probably before.
Dude, so you fucking sing and play guitar too, and I didn't know that until like I saw one video of you, and it's always one of those just like, all right, let's see what this shit's all about, and not like in a douchey sense, but it's anybody. You see somebody playing
Total
drums that you've
douchey
never
sense.
seen play drums before, and you're just like, oh, let's see what all this shit's about, and you play it for like fucking 5 seconds, you're like, he's all right, whatever. You go on, but that's just a fucking musician mind. We've all that we've ever done in like our past fucking lives, if it's just see incredible musicians, drummers, guitar players, whatever. So you see a guy, you're just like, you posted a video, bro, like seriously, and you like watch it and you're like,
So you're a drummer. What are you doing fuing playing drums?
yeah, exactly.
I mean, playing guitar and singing.
So it wasn't like
Well,
that,
Mike-
but I
Mike
was just
Portnoy
like,
plays
I was
and
like, oh
sings.
shit, it's fucking Ivan. Like, I was
Yeah,
like,
but he's
oh,
good.
man, I'm gonna check this shit out. And I played it, and it's you singing in Spanish, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
I know.
No way, man. You sing great, dude.
You told me you don't know Spanish.
No, no.
Selena Quintanilla.
Wow.
You sing fucking great, dude.
That means a lot coming from you,
Aw,
because
man.
you're for real one of my favorite
Why?
vocalists.
Oh, no. Get out of here.
That's like, the
For real,
fuck?
for real. That's a lot.
Why
Thank
from
you,
him?
But you fucking,
Just
you
Chris.
sing, you sing super good. Try not to talk over each other, by the way. No, it does, because it fucking
Yeah,
like,
it
sort of
sounds
spikes
super
me.
weird.
Okay, so back to sucking your dick.
Proceed.
So, anyways,
Sorry.
no, dude,
I'm gonna
you're
do this.
you're a great singer. So I'm kind of like, be careful with the. It's about to
It's about to
fall off.
Okay. I got it.
Fuck it up.
I got it.
Okay,
I'll fix it.
so
You're gonna have to hold it the whole time now.
dude, so have you done that since you were like younger, or did that come later?
So I've always like, me and my dad, we would always jam when I was little, and so he would always like have me singing backup. So I always just kind of sang for fun, but I never got serious about singing.
Yeah.
And to this day, I don't really consider myself like so serious of a singer, but I do like to do it, and I like, I love music. I love singing and playing all kinds of music. So so I have been doing it for a while, but just not like seriously.
Not like that.
Up until recently, I just, quarantine. I was like, you know what? Let me just make a YouTube channel. Let me just,
Are you trying to
Oh,
like?
you have a YouTube channel?
yeah.
Oh, you have a YouTube channel?
Ivan A. Gomez on
Dude,
YouTube.
follow that shit. It's good.
Yes.
It's good. You're a great singer, man.
Thank you.
Are you trying to like do some like solo stuff, or you're just kind of whatever? Have you written some original stuff, or?
I
that you're
am
fucking around
horrible with lyrics. I'm still trying to learn, so I'm playing
too.
around. I have some.
It's
okay,
hard. No, dude, I mean, it's hard. It's fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So I'm playing around with some stuff, but I mean, I'm not in a rush to like. I'm not. I don't know. I'm just kind of playing around, just experimenting. I want to grow myself. I want to. It's not so much that it's like, oh, I want to do my own solo stuff. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to grow myself as a musician.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's cool,
So I do
man.
have some stuff brewing, and hopefully out sooner than later.
Dude, speaking of brewing,
Ooh, yes, good call.
anybody?
Me.
I'll take one.
All right, so fix this little boom stand there.
Yeah.
Fix that. Here, put it back where it belongs.
Use that.
Jesus.
What mic is that?
So, anyways, I appreciate that he does that, because that's what I did. You know what I mean?
Here's that noise, that clicking noise.
Sorry.
You guys talking.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We've had technical difficulties. It's technically it's Saturday and it's 10:30 at night. If you're watching this, you're probably fucking just having your coffee or whatever. But it's 10:30 at night. We've been doing this all day. Podcast number 1.
Check.
It's gonna be bad.
Yep.
Okay.
So it is what it is. You can pull it towards you a little bit. I think it'll be
Working out
okay.
the kinks.
Just you know what? No, don't touch it.
I'm just gonna.
Just don't touch it.
Well, no, because if you're talking, you need to be a little.
No,
closer.
no. I was just saying that. No, I was a drummer too, and I'd had the same things. Like I wanted to play guitar and play this, which is the whole reason why I started Kennedy Curse. So
Yeah.
most bands are, I don't know. Like I played with bands.
Didn't you say not to mention that name again?
What are you talking about?
That's Jericho. That's the JM.
That's the
Oh,
Don't say it.
I enunciated it. Or not enunciated.
So, anyways, yeah. So, like, yeah, I totally feel this guy. Like when he, as a drummer, like he's a great singer. He's a phenomenal freaking drummer.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have you as a drummer. Hold on, let me clean my
Yeah.
beard. But yeah, but this guy, like, I'm like, dude, when I first heard him, I was like, dude, why don't you sing backups, dude? What the hell? So I literally, this new album that's coming out on the 21st, like next week, Monday, will be available everywhere. But I specifically wrote a song on there that's like, for us, as October Roar, it's kind of like off the wall for us. I don't know. Everybody seems to think that well, the ones that have heard it so far, that it's October Roar-ish. And we played it last night. It's super poppy 80s.
Oh yeah,
you know
that
what I'm
was
talking
cool,
about,
dude. What's the name of that one?
Make You Mine. So that one I specifically wrote it with him in mind. He does these falsettos like super high. I was like, if anybody can do it, it's this guy. So I wrote it specifically like having this guy in mind. So
that's
it's a really different song, something that we've never really done, which comes back to what Matt was saying about Sean writing these riffs that are like way different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I will say this, like, real quick, it makes my life super easy playing in a band that everybody's like at least familiar with like all the other instruments.
Yeah.
And it's so great having this guy being a frontman who's a drummer. So it makes my life super easy because he tells me like exactly like whereas you've been in bands like where somebody will tell you is like, oh, like why don't you?
Chris is a drummer too.
Really?
Yeah, I was a percussion major. I was on the
okay.
I was on the snare line in high school, and then I marched for Revolution Drum Corps, like the indoor line, for a little bit. So I did kind of collegey stuff, and then I had my major was percussion. When I graduated and I started going to college, that was my major. I just wanted to fucking be a drum teacher. I wanted to play drums.
That's wild.
My first ever instrument was a drum set. My dad wanted me to play guitar. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that shit. I just wanted to rebel. So he got me a drum set, and I couldn't use it because it was too fucking loud in the house, and there wasn't like electronic kits at the time that were like cheap enough. So yeah, I've been a drummer forever. So when I'm just like super like anal about shit like that.
Yeah.
When I get a drummer in my band, I'm like, dude, I'm like writing parts like, oh, you know what, you should do this on this part, and I know they fucking hate it, so I have to work with somebody that's just cool with it. And it's
hence why I wasn't hired as a drummer.
No, it wasn't that at all. I told you I wasn't.
No, like, and that's why I love it, because like I would rather somebody tell me like, hey, like, why don't you break it up into 16th notes instead of somebody being like, oh, I think there's a tempo change.
Go
it's like
instead of
it's like, the tempo doesn't change, like, or just little things. So it's really cool, and it's made the writing process for this album. This is my first album with these guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's been so much fun, like being able to like everybody's, we have some stuff there that. Well, I don't think we have any out-time signature stuff on this one, but I know we were like messing around with some stuff like, oh, what if you take out some eighth notes here? Like,
did you like drum in high school? Like, did you learn like theory and stuff like that, or
no?
You just like self-taught, or
yeah?
Oh, really?
And I've picked up
for self-taught, dude.
Thank you. I've picked up theory along the way. Hey, thank you.
Actually, one thing last night, y'all were playing, and you came in with something with like double pedal, and I look over at Chris, and I'm like. And he goes, I know. Dude, that control.
I'm wet too.
Just that sound, man.
I know. I was like.
And I've had drummers before. Like, I had, like, one of our more, like, the drummer that stayed with us for a longer time, Aaron, he was really finesse. Like, everything he did was, like, he didn't play very powerful. He was really good. Every time he put his stick on a drum, it made sense. And that's the thing about you is that it makes sense. Every time you do something, it makes sense in sequence of the song. Like, and I love that. Like, everything you do has a purpose. It's not just like flailing around doing whatever. So he was that way too. Everything that he did had a purpose. He knew where he was going. He knew when his right hand was going to be here. His left hand should be doing something different, and he's going to come over and all. Like, his fills were perfect. And I think you have that same style. Vice versa, or on the other end of the spectrum, Saul, like our recent drummer, is just a fucking powerhouse. That guy doesn't really have that finesse, like super like speed or whatever, but it's just he is the heartbeat to a T, man. That guy is just full of fucking rhythm and power, and you have that too. Wow, so man, it's super crazy that like you have both worlds. Like you know where to place the notes, but you also hit hard. So like you're a fucking, for me, like a engineer's dream when it comes to the studio. I mean, I don't know how it was when you guys were recording, but it's one of those like, you know, they know what's up, and we just lost light. So it'll be all right.
It's all right. First podcast.
First podcast, we'll figure it out.
Butterflies. You gotta.
But dude, thank you so much, because that is something that I'm very, very conscious of, because, you know, I've, you know, just having done studio work, and then like you hear the playback, it's like, okay, I'm not as good as I thought I was, you know?
Yeah.
So you know, I'm very, you know, we're all our own worst critic. So we're always, you know, trying to better ourselves, trying to get everything good. So that's my biggest thing. Like I'm always focused on doing that. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you guys. Fuck yeah. October Roar. So where can we find the album? Is it available on Spotify, all the places?
The record label already has it uploaded, so on Monday it's going to be available on like Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music,
all that good stuff.
Amazon Music.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and we got hard copies, which I just got the notification they're at my house already. So
Oh, nice.
Good,
yeah,
man.
so come to a show, you'll be able to buy the album.
Can they buy the album in stores or anything like that right now? Is there a website that they can buy it through? Or
Is right now KingsideRecords.com. Yeah,
They can buy it through there?
They can buy it through
All
there. They
distributed?
also got bundles too. They're doing like presses and everything of the album too on vinyl and everything.
Yeah.
Merch.
Yeah, merch also. You get a shirt, hat. It's
sweet, man.
Vinyl.
There's vinyls too.
There's a
there's
vinyl.
vinyl, yeah.
man.
Vinyl's coming
he
out.
specializes in vinyl pressings. Like he
Cool,
was doing
dude.
those.
So one thing I'd like to add is on the physical copy, only on the physical copies, just like our last album, there's a secret track on there, which I'm not going to tell you there's a secret track, but there's a secret track that you can only find on the physical copy. It will not be on Spotify or Google Play or iTunes or all that.
Oh, so it's only on the physical
It's
copy.
just on the physical copy.
Buy the album, folks. Just
So,
buy it.
You
Just go
have to
out,
buy it.
Spend money.
Have to.
What is it? $10. Couple dollars here and there. You're good.
It's actually we're selling it
15,
for $29.99.
Oh shit.
Are you
There go.
serious?
Oh, for the vinyl.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense.
No,
for
the
vinyl.
bundles are actually pretty cheap. I thought it's like 65 bucks, but you
So
get
what comes
like
in the bundle?
You
You
get
get
a hat. You
a
get
hat,
a shirt.
koozie.
You get a vinyl. And
Vinyl.
you get that.
these from the bass player.
It's like,
Don't play.
It's the
That's
least I
free
can
with
do.
every
Babe, I'm
show.
buying the bundle.
That was in
That's
the
free
label
with every
contract,
show.
dude. He's like, I don't know. You didn't
They
read it.
read the
Your
fine
fault.
print.
I didn't contribute much to the album, so it's the least I can do.
So before we wrap up, because we lost light and shit like that, so we're gonna wrap up in a couple of minutes. So,
And I gotta
future
go to the
endeavors.
barbecue.
Yeah, we got a barbecue to tend to. So future endeavors shows. What's going on with that, so people can know when to see you guys again.
Just promote the shit out of this album on 2021. Go play as many shows as we can. We're trying to get a what is it, East Coast tour going.
yeah.
Try to hit up that side of the world
Yeah.
or the US, and then maybe go to the West Side 2022. Just promote the shit out of this album and see.
Cool, man. Do you guys have plans
See-
for that, or is it just like a dream right now, or trying
No,
to figure it out?
we're working things out, man. There's some festivals that are in the works that we're still trying to get into.
Yeah.
Florida all the way to South Carolina.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
A.
we're trying to get out there, man.
Awesome.
That's the
Yeah.
only way to
2020 really
do
pushed
it.
us
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
20
like 2021 should. I mean, I hope, but I have a feeling. I think as most people do, it might just be that we're just hopeful. But I feel like 2021 might be a better year for just everything.
Well, now that the
Musicians in
vaccine is
general.
out, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully people start figuring out the kinks of that and working that shit out and just being like, okay, now it's cool.
Yeah.
All the people that got whatever from it earlier, you shouldn't have done that. Just like you shouldn't have bought the first gen PS5. You shouldn't have bought the first gen fucking vaccine.
Exactly.
All right, dudes. Well, we fucking did a good chunk
That
of
was
time.
fun, dude.
Hell yeah. And
Hey,
we'll do it
cheers
again
to the
soon.
first
Cheers
one.
again. First one.
Yeah, man.
First one down and out.
Hell yeah. Cheers.
Thanks to Guns and Oil too.
Guns and Oil, Austin Brewery. It's one of my favorite beers. If you haven't checked it out, you haven't tried it, go find one. They're hard to find sometimes, but find one. If you're in
Brownsville has
Austin. Oh, Brownsville. If you're in Austin, check out the brewery. It should be still up. Any Brownsville with their mountain ranges.
Hey, leave Selena alone.
Anything for Salinas, güey.
So any last words? Anything you guys want to add that you never touched on?
I just want to say thank you to you guys and to everybody that comes out to our shows that has supported us, family, friends, wives, girlfriends, all that good stuff, man. It means a lot, and let's bring up the RGV and make us proud, man. Make everybody proud.
I think you guys are great, dude. I can really see you guys on like big festivals, like like San Antonio, like River City Rock Fest and stuff, like playing with Deftones and shit like that. Yeah. You guys have that vibe, man. It just I'm super picky, and I'm such an asshole, dude, when it comes to bands. And I just don't like a lot of people. I'm like, I get it, dude. I get you're doing the thing. There's something about, and I think it's like the tone in your voice and like the drums, and like last night you were moving around like crazy, and that shit was badass, dude. Like you don't see that, and then you're like, yeah, dude, like it fucking should, because you give it your all, and like your guitar playing. I told you this morning. I was like, your guitar playing is fucking one of my favorites, because you just have this like flow to you, and I'm not being like, oh, we're on a podcast, like fuck everybody else. I don't care. It's like I'm telling you straight up, this is how I feel. Like you're one of my favorite local bands, and you should not be local. Like, fuck that.
Thank you.
Like, you guys need to be big, man. Like, I would love to call you in 10 years from now and be like, oh, dude, so, like, how is it touring with this band? You're like, oh, it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome, Chris.
It's fucking awesome. You want to go do a podcast on the road?
Yeah. I would totally do it. Just show up in your tour bus. But, yeah, guys. Fucking A, man. This was awesome. Good start to one. We'll figure all the kinks out, folks. I'm sorry. We'll work all the lights and sound and audio and video and all the bullshit.
Yeah, hopefully we could come back again.
Yeah, man. Fucking A.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Thank you guys so much. This was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
First podcast,
months.
it was great.
We'll do it again. Let's hit the barbecue and let's hit the beers.
Yeah. That's a wrap.
Thank you.
Later.
I was born dead. I was born to suffer. Never giving shit. I always had to earn it. My mind was never slow. When hyper was my body. I guess you'll never know. I guess you'll never know. I'm bleeding, defeated. I'm buried now. Been beaten, mistreated, and hated on. You spit on me, pushing me, put me down. You grab me, you hold me down to the ground. Spikes on your shoes, they don't hurt no more. The pain, it reminds me that I'm alive. I push through the dirt from the ground beneath. I dig and I crawl through the bones and teeth. Bleeding, been beaten down. That feeling I needed to feel alive. Bleeding, been beaten down. That feeling I needed to feel alive. I've lost control. The fire is burning. I've lost my soul. I feel it burning. Gotta fake it till you make it. Keep it alive without fire, so you take it. Never defeat yourself, first let 'em try it. Keeping the feeling alive, never try to hide it. Never taking a vacation. Keeping it going, I'm now rich and I'm Mason. Give it to me, and put your face in. Money, waters in the real ground, limitations. Bleeding, been beaten down. That feeling I needed to feel alive. Bleeding, been beaten down. That feeling I needed to feel alive. I've lost control. The fire is burning. I've lost my soul. I feel it burning. Bleeding, been beaten down. Bleeding, been beaten down. That feeling I needed to feel alive. I was born